What are some guy secrets girls don't know about? If you have a son, don't rush into his room and demand that he get up immediately to do chores or summit. He definitely has morning wood and would appreciate not needing to hide a boner from his mom. Give him like 5 minutes. Boners don't automatically mean arousal. That will never be said enough. Edit. I hate this comment simply because it made me miss my 69,420 comma mark. Just because we're in the shower for an abnormally long time doesn't mean we're jerking off. Guys like to have long hot showers too, ya know. Sometimes we use the stream of our pee to try and clean poop stains on the bottom of toilet bowls. It's not that we can't take hints, we are just afraid of looking too far into something. If someone is flirting with me, I have the dilemma of, is she actually into me or is this just how her personality is? Nice try, BuzzFeed. I had a girl tell me that my haircut looked nice. I've kept that same haircut for 4 years since then. Edit. Hey, thanks for my first gold and silver. Rad. Edit 2. Platinum. Thank you so much. You're a legend. We don't get the hint. Saying I almost broke my neck in the driveway is not the same as asking us to shovel it. In my mind I'm thinking, thanks for the heads up, I'll be careful. If you want something to happen between us, you gotta meet us halfway. If we're not making a move, we are probably doing our best to not duck it up. The occasional longer stride to attempt to inconspicuously adjust our balls. I like hugs. I'm not staring at you. I'm zoned out thinking about how I'd start a brewery in medieval England whilst my eyes just happen to be facing your direction. Edit. Spelling. We can't move our D without closing our butthole. Edit. Thanks for all the silver and the gold. This is really blowing up. If it is hot outside and you see a guy do some wacky dance, they are just unsticking their balls. If our balls are itchy, we don't actually scratch them. Instead we rely on clever little pinches to the nutsack. Our balls are slightly uncomfortable 30% of the time. The witch's kiss. When your D touches the toilet bowl while you're taking a dump. As a favor, I worked on a girl's car one time and got pretty dirty. Afterwards, she asked me if I wanted to come inside and take a shower. I told her no because I hadn't brought any clean clothes to put on after the shower. She just kinda giggled. Yeah, us guys aren't exactly too bright when it comes to reading between the lines. We desperately want you to toss us things instead of just handing them to us. Guys also like to be walked up to and asked out. Our aim isn't bad, it's just sometimes a weird spray. Pee shivers. Sometimes we want to not do anything cause our D's get hard for no reason. Adjusting your D upwards towards your belly button when having a boner in public in order to hide it. Having a boner doesn't always mean you're turned on. Only weirdos choose to piss in the urinal next to you when there are plenty of open urinals along the wall. Also, if we have to use the toilets to piss, we tend to piss on the side of the bowl to make less noise. It's actually not always so easy to get an erection. Sometimes he's tired, or he's nervous or worried, or he's on meds that make it difficult. Antidepressants are notorious for this, or any number of things. The stereotype is that men are always ready to get up and go. But this is far from true. So don't expect it. And don't be offended when his D doesn't want to play, even if he does. The desire to touch the top of the door frame is a primal one. I can't understand it. I just do it. Your chances of getting what you want out of us are infinitely higher if you tell us directly. When you ask what are we thinking about and we say nothing, we really mean it. Never underestimate a guy's ability to not being thinking about stuff at all times. A lot of guys answering right now are on the toilet enjoying some quality time with Reddit. The bathroom is an experience for many men. Thank you for the silver and gold, strangers. I've been on the toilet for 30 minutes but I am actually pooping. Gold. Edit. Thanks for that. Can I trade my coins for hemorrhoid cream? Morning wood can be cool for wake up 6. Not cool if you have to pee. We have to do all sorts of acrobatic maneuvers to pee. I myself like to do the Michael. When people come crying to us, our first inclination is to fix the problem, since this is often not possible. Lead with something along the lines of "can I vent for a minute?" or anything that signals to us this is just a time for active listening, rather than a problem solving session. Compliments will last for weeks, months, even years. Guys are crazy for a simple "you're hot" or "you're really handsome" or something with their personality or looks. Edit. Gold. Sometimes we like to be the little spoon. We provide a valuable toilet cleaning service which is underappreciated by peeling off any stains that might happen to be clinging onto the inside of the bowl. If you want something, just ask us. We are task orientated. Saying "I'm cold" won't always register to us as "I need a blanket, can you get me one?" And if you're mad at us for something, just tell us and we will probably stop doing that thing if it's realistic. Don't just fester in your anger for days and wonder why we don't care. We do. We just have no idea what you want us to do. Edit. For those wondering, yes, I did get this from the Owen Benjamin bit, and I highly recommend giving it a watch. Just because I got pee on the wall doesn't mean I'm being lazy. It's because it decided to come out a different direction than where the hose was pointed. Edit. Just to clarify, I did clean it up, but at 6 in the morning sometimes you miss a spot. We're at seeing your signs that you're into us. The good old pinch and roll technique. Men have just as many issues with mental health, depression, anxiety, body issues. Please recognize this. I hate living in a world where it's not socially acceptable for men to talk about these things. A lot of guys will talk about their experiences and issues but don't feel like they can. I feel like we just sort of ignore the issue, and guys that have mental health issues are sort of looked down upon because men are all supposed to be outgoing and confident. Maybe you have a guy friend who doesn't get out a lot. Maybe he's acting strange or isn't totally there. This might be why. Edit. Thank you for the gold and silver. It's my first time receiving them. I just wanna say this isn't a competition. Mental health issues are experienced by everyone and it's a very serious issue that isn't talked about enough. Especially for men, that's my point. Also, I had a friend in college who really tried to get me to go to a male group therapy session. The thought of it gave me anxiety and I didn't go. But I really regret not going. I was able to make my situation better by removing myself from the toxic environment that I found myself in and talking more openly about my struggles to friends who would listen. I found outlets through film, media, music, and comedy. I'm not an expert on these issues but I know them firsthand. If you need help, I strongly urge you to reach out to someone or seek therapy and find different outlets that spark joy. We really do think your hair is good. It looked good before and after you got a haircut. It looked good curly and it looked good straight. It looked good when you woke up and when you made it. As long as it's shaped like the hair we gave girls on stick figures when we were 5 years old, we think it looks good. Sometimes we masturbate just to pass the time. It is not sexual at all. It is a bit like making a coffee to pass 10 minutes. No matter how you shake and dance, the last 2 drops go in your pants. How often we fantasize about saving the day from terrorist attack or something. If we have a goofy hobby and you take interest in it, even the slightest, we love it. I'm a big gamer and my wife, who also games but not the same ones I play, will often watch what I'm doing, ask about the game, and generally take an interest. Her saying, "Oh, are you looking forward to Anthem?" is really cool and I appreciate her interest. It's be so easy for her to pay no attention, and her doing so makes a big difference. When we want to be alone, it's not that we don't want to be around you, it's that we don't want to be around anyone for a bit. Guys like to be complimented too. Nothing makes my day more than having someone compliment me about something random like my shoes. Men can have eating disorders and body positivity issues too. I've struggled for years, and yet the few people that I do open up to about it just write it off as a phase or just forgetting to eat once in a while. But when girls come forward with the same issue, it's immediately addressed as a serious matter. And when the issue is talked about on a larger scale, men are rarely, if ever, included. Wow, I did but expect so many people to relate. I'm reading through comments now and I really appreciate the support and empathy being offered to myself and other insecure editors below. I should clarify, I'm not saying that it's any easier for girls to come forward with an eating disorder. It's ducking hell and your brain never lets you stop hating yourself. But I've seen so many of my girlfriends get the help they need after coming forward. And the one time that I came forward, the general response was along the lines of, "Oh, you must just be working too hard." Sometimes I forget to eat too. Like the possibility that I could have an eating disorder doesn't even register. If we tie down anything in the back of a pickup truck or trailer, it's physically impossible for us not to stand back and say that's not going anywhere. Sometimes our urine spontaneously splits into two streams while we're peeing. Usually it's kinda freaky. Sometimes it's cool as heck. Probably depends on the day. Relevant. NSFW-ish. Edit. I know of some instances of advanced pee splitting where the stream splits into two, then converges back into one, then splits back into two again. Edit 2. Many thanks for the gold. The truth needs to come out. Preferably not in two streams though. Bunch of snitches in this thread. Sometimes when we are walking our balls hit our legs. Dudes can be crazy starved for touch. Or maybe just Americans, but generally if you wanna be there for your guy, scratch his head or like his back. Hold his hand. Put your hand on his leg. Do that thing where you guys lock arms elbows when you walk. When I'm frustrated or in my own world stressing about money or what I have to do later that day, it really brings me back and grounds me to enjoy the moment with my girl. Take care of yo mans. Edit 1, Edit 2. Thanks for the silver. Also, since this is getting a bit of attention, guys, tell your so's that you like the affection. Even if it's super awkward. You all deserve it. It can be a nice moment for the two of you. And girls, don't be afraid and think your guy is creeped out by it or that they don't like it. We probably need a second to process it. Edit 3. Oh my god, thank you for a gold and a platinum. I'm happy so many people and relate, but sad cause a whole lot of dudes are in the same boat. Share the love. This earth is too small and goes too fast not to. I hope any couples reading the threads and talking can grow just a little bit closer from it. Edit 4. My last one, I promise. Some people have brought this up in the comments and so it's probably important to say at the top too. Some dudes aren't so dependent on touch and may actually be uncomfortable with it if done too much. Depending on their love language of how they show and appreciate affection. Just make sure to talk to your mans and make sure you communicate on what feels good and comfortable for the both of you. There is an unwritten rule of bathroom urinal etiquette that is never taught to young men, but is somehow universally known. When a man enters a public restroom to pee in the urinal, he is to occupy every other available urinal from other urinating men. Meaning, the prime peeing positions are in urinals 1, 3, and 5 if that is available. 2 and 4 should only be occupied if there are no other choices. On hot days our balls get stuck to our thighs and it feels like they've been bonded together by super glue. We always pull the zipper away from our crotch before zipping up. My wife, GF at the time, once reached over to zip up my pants and I had near heart attack from the instant and real fear that she would zip the tip. We learned to pull the zipper away at a fairly young age because we don't enjoy zipper tracks on our gentleman bits. We're just as insecure as anyone. We feel a great social pressure to be strong, less emotional, carry others, make money. A lot of times we don't know how to, and we're scared. But we know we're not supposed to be, and we know we're not supposed to ask for help. So we get stressed and angry. Edit. This is not an anti-women comment. Men do it to men. Women do it to men. Institutions do it to men. If you're blaming women for feeling pressure, you're part of the problem. Oh. First gold and platinum ever. Gonna need to learn what to do with that. Our erections don't always mean we're horny. It just goes up sometimes and I'm here like, what is it? Boy, you see something? Edit. Yo, thanks for my first silver. Means a lot to me that I can make you guys laugh. Edit 2. Why I got a gold. Thanks. Most guys, at least that I know of, compliment other men in their heads but don't say it aloud so that way we aren't mistaken for being gay, which there is nothing wrong with. I compliment my best buds just to see their faces light up. I think more men need to get complimented on small things. It doesn't happen that often. Edit. Hey everyone. Thank you so much for the replies, they were a pleasure to read. The nod. When you see a guy you don't know, or kind of know but don't really know well enough to talk to walks by, you give a subtle nod of your head, which they return. I talk to my wife about it and she confirms that women do not do this, but that they sometimes smile instead. Edit, because it keeps coming up. Some girls also give the nod. Typically, an up nod is for your friends, and a down nod is for strangers or less than friends. This could subconsciously have to do with a baring or hiding of the throat. Thanks everyone for the comments. Edit 2. Some women nod also. I have been told. No need to add another identical comment. That when you ask me what I'm thinking, and I say it's nothing, it's just that it would take too much effort to explain why I'm deciding if Bruce Lee trapped in a bionicle would be able to fight off waves of small animals like the Pickle Rick scene. If you compliment my appearance I will probably remember forever. I still remember when a girl in college told me I look nice with my beard when I first grew it out. I've had a beard ever since. If you have a foreskin and untrimmed pubes, sometimes your D munches on your pubes leading to a very uncomfortable situation needing us to find a restroom or a private corner as fast as possible. I just spent the last hour shouting all of these to my husband in the other room, and him replying, yep. Oftentimes, we genuinely don't care where we go to eat because we're just hungry and want food. Any food, as long as you eat some too. Edit. I'm glad someone liked my toilet comment enough to give me gold. I promise to use this responsibly. That when you fling your underwear off your leg and catch it, you feel like a ninja. When we come home from work, we could use some downtime to do nothing. The car ride home does not count. Give us 20-30 minutes without unloading. This may be true for everyone, but having a moment to just be dormant on your couch or in front of the TV lets our body and brain say, work is over and you can put it behind you. I don't know about other guys, but I prefer measuring a certain aspect of myself in centimeters. We don't understand hints and be completely clear about what you want. We can't simply assume, or feel, the complete meaning just because you told us one or two things about it. Cuddling with any girl, hell some guys too, with whom we're close is the best it ever. Even if it's not a person you're interested in, it just feels great. I feel safe, loved, and important whenever that happens. Edit. Some. Not done. Edit 2. Thanks very much kind Rondo for the gold. This is my first gold, so yeah, extra sweet. Cheers.